We all dream of a peaceful life, free of hardship. But have you ever stopped to wonder why the most successful people often have stories filled with struggle? What if avoiding suffering means you're also avoiding your chance at greatness?
Welcome, esteemed viewers and listeners, to the Timeless Wisdom Channel. Dear friends, in this life, no one wants to suffer or be hurt. Therefore, everyone pursues a comfortable life, full of amenities, and doesn't even want others to bother or affect them. But life doesn't always go the way we want. Some people spend their entire lives chasing the glamour of the world, only to wear themselves out without achieving their goals. Many people, in an attempt to avoid suffering, compete and even fight with each other. They dream and desire, but when they fail to achieve their wishes, they fall into misery and resentment. In this life, everyone has their own unique struggles. It is like a fate that no one can escape. Whether you are rich or poor, you cannot escape the law of birth, aging, sickness, and death. The wealthy may think that their possessions make their lives more comfortable and happier than others, but they too cannot escape destiny. They also get sick and experience feelings of sadness, joy, and loneliness. Around the world, many people have reached the pinnacle of fame and fortune. Yet why do they still feel lonely and miserable? Quite a few have even turned to suicide to escape their inner loneliness. So, does being poor or unfortunate mean one is without blessings? The ancients often said, hardship first, comfort later. Or, if you don't work hard when you're young, you will suffer in old age. These words from our ancestors not only encourage people to be diligent in their youth, but also offer a philosophy worth pondering. Suffering is the stepping stone to advancement in life. Acquiring knowledge and honing skills require sweat and diligence. They are inseparable from hardship. To improve his writing, the author Ba Zhen memorized the entire Gu Wen Guanzi, a famous anthology of classical Chinese prose. The biologist Tong Dizhou, while studying abroad, borrowed light from the restroom every night to read his books, just to keep up. Geniuses are always in the minority. Most people are ordinary like you and me. Diligence and the willingness to endure hardship are the only ways to advance in life. Successful people are not necessarily more intelligent or clever, but it is their diligence and humility that have built their worth. Those who learn from the successful should not think they need to be as smart or succeed as quickly as them, but rather they should be diligent and humble. No matter how talented a person is, if they are unwilling to endure hardship, they will achieve nothing. The scholar Zheng Gufan of the Qing dynasty was considered very dull in his youth. He failed the imperial examination for the Su Chao degree 7 times, each time being called out and scolded by the examiner. But he possessed a resilient spirit, a willingness to endure hardship, and a readiness to work hard. Through incredible perseverance, he eventually passed the highest imperial examination and opened a bright future for himself. A scholar once said, "Hardship is the sweet nectar of life. All the sweet rewards in life are earned through bitter and heavy toil. One must endure hardship in the first half of life to enjoy happiness in the second half." We are also familiar with the idiom, tasting bile and sleeping on thorns, of King Gojin of Wu. When he was taken hostage by King Fuchai of Wu, he endured immense suffering while waiting for the right moment for revenge. It's like a seed you plant in the spring. It must endure the scorching summer heat, then struggle to break through the earth and grow. Only in the fall can you harvest fragrant flowers and sweet fruit. When you are young, be diligent in accumulating knowledge, learning, and striving, so that in old age you can rest peacefully in your courtyard, enjoying the serene tranquility of the years. If the mind does not suffer, wisdom does not awaken. A writer once said, "Pain makes us reflect. clarifies our emotions, forges our will, and helps us better understand life, society, and the world. Because when people suffer, they think about how to end that suffering. Therefore, when people think, wisdom arises. Thus, enduring suffering is the key to unlocking wisdom. Wang Yongming was an outstanding politician, thinker, and philosopher of the Ming Dynasty. From a young age, he aspired to become a sage. To understand the origin of all things, he spent 3 days and 3 nights in front of a bamboo grove observing the principle of the bamboo until he fell ill. Yet what he learned was insignificant. Later, he angered the powerful eunuch Lu Jin and was exiled to a remote, desolate land. His life was miserable and his career seemed hopeless. In these circumstances, the philosophies he had learned from books began to resurface. The teachings of the sages became his spiritual nourishment. It wasn't until 30 years later that he suddenly had an epiphany. One cannot find the ultimate principle by investigating external objects, for the principle lies within our own minds. If we cultivate ourselves by doing good, avoiding evil, and eliminating wicked thoughts to achieve a clear mind, we will see the way of heaven and humanity. Wang Yongming became a great sage. His philosophy is highly regarded in the world of Confucianism. He is considered one of the 4 greatest masters of Confucianism, on par with Confucius, Mencius, and Zhu Xi. Confucius also said that the important thing is never to suffer in vain. Behind the suffering and hardship lie the flowers of life. If you found this insightful, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our future videos.